Welcome all to my paper presentation, Exploring the Local Global Identities in Abstract Typography, NIT Sikkim Logo Design Project that I did when was a faculty member at NID Ahmedabad. I am thankful to ICCF 2022 Manipal University, Jaipur to give me an opportunity to share my practice-based research project. So moving ahead, change is inevitable and progressive. And this was in the mind of NIT Sikkim team when they approached IDS NID Ahmedabad. And with the first and the second field visits planned ahead, I got to know about NIT Sikkim being the premier technical education institution sanctioned among the 31 NITs by Government of India. It's an institute of national importance and since 2010 has been propagating world science and technology with sustainability in mind. So taking that forward, visual identity exercise with a unique logo form, color scheme, and type style was the agenda ahead to churn out a unique visual language for the new logo. And for that, setting the ground was a main design problem at hand, which was the old logo and the complexities and the issues with that. That became questions from my end, answered by the client. He shared with me that a visual abstraction with a uniqueness was expected so that the four key qualities of learning, progression, technology, and a unique NIT code among other NIT logos can be achieved. That was the request. In the message of the new visual identity, to achieve constant and holistic progress through technological learning and upgradation of technology was a message that we decided upon. Target audience profiles included similar education institutes and public universities, companies and PSUs, NITs, IITs, CFTIs. And as an NIT organization's ecosystem, it involves the size and scale that envisages 500 and above people with operations of state, national, and global level under the central government of India. Mission and vision detailed points were shared with me, and the idea of image making of a thinking engineer sprung up from that. The old logo was analyzed in great detail with complexity and conventional elements of using an illustrative scenery to broken typography to an open broken form of the logo and textures and patterns never being used in the logo form was detailed out in the form and the concept identity analysis, and all these points were mapped. Moving ahead, what could be the NIT New Sikkim benchmark was a pertinent question that from this stage we are working upon. And the new NIT Sikkim identity markers were mapped. That form should elucidate in the new logo symbol aesthetics, multiple production ease, not only black and white, form and shape experiments in form of multiple iterations, and the concept of three pillar image making of the thinking engineer holding technology, engineering, and innovation. Also, a uniqueness, timelessness, and classic appeal that will make it a standalone image among the 31 NITs and increase the high recall value and also include some natural and local symbolic aspect of Sikkim. So again, at my end as a designer and researcher, detailed one-to-one and face-to-face with Sikkim as a space and a place for this premier and special institute was happening, and I saw wonderful, not only read books, but also saw some wonderful movies to point out one beautiful documentary by Satyajit Ray, The Unseen Film, in which it talks about Sikkim's landscape, scenic beauty, as well as its cultural ethos. Shapes have special meanings, and with detailed creative interactions with the client, somewhere was enlightening on the aspects of what form and content aspects we can explore as far as shape experiments are concerned. Redesigning the methodology became a creative visual process for us, from research to concepts to details of the design iterations and communication touchpoints where the final logo form has been applied in design applications. So there were four concepts, concept A, B, C, D. I am highlighting few of those concepts and just one iteration in that, though multiple iterations were there. So in concept A of endless node of the growth, in this particular iteration, a thinking engineer, young engineer has been created who is incorporating technology, engineering, and innovation in his mind, body, and spirit, and propagating it. It's an open form, but somewhere the global aspect and the appeal in the logo was missing. But in the second one of concept B of social responsibility, the engineer is holding the social responsibility and the social purposes that Sikkimese projects can have as far as engineering education and engineering advancements are concerned. But again, the global aspect was missing from this particular logo, which was somewhere the three-pillared thinking engineer image making was happening in the concept D, where technology is the main body of the figure, and that's the thinking engineer who's holding on both the shoulders. On the right, engineering education, and on the left, innovation. And S is this Sikkim, which makes National Institute of Technology, Sikkim. And color palette was also decided with some freeze concepts at this level. The blues were more towards global context. The earthy reds were more towards local context. Fine tuning of the logo helped us bring in the essence of technology and what teachers can do with this technology and innovation as part of technical education. The form refinements also included improving upon the bilingual combination of Latin and non-Latin typography. And finally, along with Kohinoor Devanagari being initially selected, we finally selected Humanist 777 Black Condensed, which could match 90% in weight, form, and appeal with the Kohinoor Devanagari. And these are the two master lockups that you see. So the first lockup is the centralized arrangement, which is used for print-based applications. The left-aligned arrangement of the logo and the text identifier is for the web-based and more dynamic animation-based applications. The concept design and the concept note for the final form is as follows. The thinking engineer, who is an expert in technical education, is the torchbearer of technology, who is working towards advancements in engineering education on the right, with innovations on his left, that completes the circle and the purpose of engineering education at local as well as global contexts in India as well as international arena. Why yellow color? Because that reflects the creativity and intelligence of the thinking mind of the engineer that is so important for the ethos of the institute. The applications include the logo with color-coded deliberate applications of certain stationery items, as well as on other stationery items as part of events like badges and all here, pen drives, pens, visual form, special and very symbolic stationery of the faculty and staff, along with how seals can be developed from the visual form that is so much part of administrative documents in a public university. In the final guidelines manual, all this is there along with the applications, and one major aspect that is so important as to how correctly to use the logo in print and web-based applications with all the important formats detailed out for the client team. So this was presented along with other NID Sikkim logos and analyzed and specially presented to a Board of Governors team in November 2018 and was given a final seal for final implementation by NID Sikkim fraternity. I'm so thankful to the team to gift me these resources about Sikkim and getting me to know and experience Sikkim much more as a lived experience, which has charted out my path for better research and better visual designs ahead in similar projects. I really thank the current director of NIT Sikkim and his team, along with our NIT director who had faith in my capabilities, and along with IDS team who really charted out a detailed client servicing plan and helped me. They were strong pillars with me in order to complete this on time and submit everything as promised in the project. Thankful. I look forward to your questions.